you for joining us. This is Learn English with Chola. We have started our journey in literature, novel analysis. And this is the book that we have been using. This is the book written by Elachi Amadi from Nigeria. It is called The Concubine. Now, when you want to analyze a set of books, as it may be called, there are certain things that you must consider. One of them is the title of the book. After understanding what the title of the book means, now when you go into the book itself, there's what is called synopsis of the text, what the story is all about in short form. After the analysis or the synopsis of the text, you look at the background of the novel. When was the book written? Where was it written from? So, for example, we have already said that this is written by an author from Nigeria. So it is an obvious case that the setting and place would be Nigeria. Now, what are some of other things that are considered when analyzing the text? First of all, you look at the characters. What are characters? Characters are anything that are written about. So it can be people, it can be animals, the things that are taking action in the novel. So in our novel, when we look at chapter 1, some of the characters that we have characters such as Emenike, or one way or the other is one of the major characters in this novel. Then you have people like Maduma. After Maduma, you have the wife to Emenike, who is no other than Yuhuma. When you look at the characters, especially in this book, you can also look closely to what is related to characters as characterization. What is characterization? So when we are talking about characterization, we are looking at trends, characteristics, that make these characters stand on their own. Their thoughts, their views on life, views on their fellow characters. What are their thoughts? So that is what is called characterization. So when we look at characterization, just from chapter 1, we can already see that Emenike, as he is being described in this text, even Maduma as he is described in this text. So when they add a confrontation, they are described. So we are saying Emenike was slight of build, but well proportioned, and he ranked as an average wrestler. Already we have an idea of who we are talking about. So Emenike was an average wrestler. He was not one of those strong men. Compared or in contrast to him, you have another character by the name Madume, and his description is as follows. Madume had a narrow square head and an iroka tree. So this guy was really tall. And what is being described about this guy is that he had a very bad temper. That is the description. So this is one of the characterization, that give strength to Maduma. So all in all, what we are looking at is there a confrontation, and during this confrontation, there were exchange of words. Each man thinking is stronger than the other. So in the analysis of the text, after I've looked at characterization, we can also use at the usage of words, which is called diction. How is the words used in this text? Is there any way of exaggerating things? For example, we can see exaggeration from the description of Maduma, when they are saying in brackets, acts aided according to villagers. So when we compare someone to an iroka tree, an iroka trunk, that's a tree, already we begin to see personalization. We have seen symbolism, a tree representing the stature of a man. So these are some of the devices that we are going to be using when we are analyzing the text. For example, when we are talking about symbolism, when something stands in place of the other, you can say the cloud laughed. Well, for us, we know that clouds do not laugh. But when it is used in that manner, we know for sure that is symbolism that is being used in the text. So very, very important when you first read the text, you have to know the devices that are being employed or that has been used in analyzing that text. So for example, in this text, we're going to find a lot of symbolism. We're going to find a lot of hyperbole, things that have been exaggerated a bit so that a point is made, so that when you are reading, you are not bored. So after this, there the context, where this contest was initially won by Menike, and when he thought he had won the battle, Maduma eventually won, because what we are going to see from chapter 2 is that Menike became sick. Menike became sick, and some of these questions that we're asking, so what caused the sickness? Was it because he was defeated? Was this sickness caused by the gods? So that is what we are going to learn in the next video. So I'll see you, and then we'll continue from there. All right? All the very best. Shalom.